Dubai chocolate, pan-fried donuts, dot cake lattes, and everything matcha. We chase the latest viral dessert trends and even go out of our way to learn how to make them. But what about our own traditional desserts like Chinese pastries? How much do we really know about them? And what does it take to keep their recipes, techniques, and stories alive? Behind each of our heritage foods is a history that's slowly being forgotten, and recreating them takes far more than following an old recipe. Hello.
Oh, hi.
You look ready to cook up a storm. Are you searching for recipes for a big cookout?
Well, something like that. I'm actually hosting the new season of NLB's YouTube food history series From Book to Cook.
Oh, what's the show about?
It's about discovering the stories behind Singapore's heritage food. For example, did you know that the kaya we spread on toast is actually short for srikaya? Where did kaya even originate from? And have you ever wondered why Hakka abaca seeds are called abaca seeds? Or how many types of curry puffs we actually have? Every dish has a story, and in From Book to Cook, we uncover those stories using the National Library's collections while recreating these heritage dishes that have shaped our food scene.
Interesting. Recreating heritage dishes sounds simple enough. Just follow a recipe, right?
Not quite. Some recipes were never fully documented, while others have been lost over time.
Then how do you go about recreating these dishes?
Let's find out from one of our guests in our new season who has spent years researching and recreating traditional Chinese pastries.
Hi, I'm Yeo Min. I'm a pastry chef, author of Chinese Pastry School, and the co-founder of the Museum of Food. A big part of my work is researching, documenting, and recreating traditional dishes so that the recipes, techniques, and stories behind them can be passed on to future generations.
How did your journey into researching traditional Chinese pastries begin?
It started as a personal journey to better understand my own culture and roots. So I always say I don't want to disappoint my ancestors. And I realized that there are so many opportunities to learn French pastries with their techniques taught widely in schools around the world. But there are far fewer ways to learn traditional Chinese pastries unless they're passed down through family. And that made me curious to find out more. After attending a symposium on traditional kueh by local chef and author Christopher Tan, I became interested in the historical references that he shared, which led me to explore old cookbooks and historical records at the National Library myself. And when I started working on my cookbook, I began researching these collections much more seriously, piecing together information from different sources to recreate these recipes as accurately as I could.
Were there challenges you faced in trying to recreate some of these recipes?
Yes. So older cookbooks were written at a time when cooking was still a skill that people were expected to already know and left out details that beginner home cooks today might need. To recreate these recipes and document them for today's generation, I had to fill in those gaps by cross-checking historical sources, speaking to seniors who have experience making them, or doing plenty of experimentation on my own.
What were some historical sources you referenced?
One resource is Chemical Analysis of the Foods of Singapore. Interestingly, it's not actually a cookbook. It is a survey that documents the dishes that were sold in 1930s Singapore, giving me valuable context on how people cooked and ate back then. I also often refer to the cookbooks of the Four Heavenly Kings of Cantonese cuisine. They helped shape Cantonese cuisine in Singapore and wrote about the principles of being a good Cantonese chef. Some of these older books are hard to come by, but I managed to find them at the National Library. Beyond recipes, they capture traditional culinary techniques and knowledge that might otherwise be lost. So resources like these help me understand not just what people cooked, but how and why they cooked that way, which helps me recreate dishes as authentically as possible.
Oh, where are we now?
This is our gallery where we display food-related artifacts that we've collected. These help us facilitate discussions around dishes, techniques, and food memories.
What do you do when a dish doesn't have a recipe to follow?
I speak to seniors who might remember the dish. They are able to recall ingredients and techniques that were never written down. But memories can differ, and the same dish may have different names depending on the family or dialect group, so it can be difficult to know if everyone is talking about the same thing. So I compare their stories with historical records and spend a lot of time experimenting in the kitchen. In some cases, like the dessert pipe, I couldn't find anyone who remembered exactly how it was made. So I had to piece together whatever information I could find, experiment with different ingredients and quantities, and get people to taste it and give me feedback.
Why is it important to you to preserve our local heritage dishes?
I think Singapore wouldn't be quite the same without our local flavours, and some of these traditional dishes are in danger of disappearing. Unless you are fortunate enough to have parents or grandparents who still make them, there are very few opportunities out there to learn how to make them today. Unlike these artifacts, food is much more perishable, and the only way to preserve it is to keep making and eating it. Which is why at the Museum of Food, we invite you to come and cook and eat with us. Every time we cook a heritage dish, we are not just preserving the flavours, we are also keeping alive the stories, traditions, and history of the people who came before us. That's why I was excited to be part of From Book to Cook, where I could recreate traditional Chinese sweets alongside my mentor, Chef Pang. It's through stories like hers and other seniors that we can understand not just how a dish was made, but the place it held in Singapore's history. I also had the opportunity to share more about our work at the Museum of Food through the BiblioAsia podcast. Hopefully, by sharing this knowledge and these stories with more people, we can inspire others to learn, make, and pass these recipes on to the next generation.
So, what did you find out about recreating heritage dishes?
It was certainly no piece of cake, but the discovery process is very interesting. Now I kind of want to try recreating one myself.
Go for it! And if you'd like to satisfy your craving for more heritage recipes and history, check out From Book to Cook on the NLBSG YouTube channel and stay tuned for the latest season. Hope you enjoy discovering our history through food. Bye-bye!